Poetry was really kind of like my pathway. I define my recovery as mental health recovery because I never experienced substance use disorder or any sort of thing like that. It was more like I was addicted to my own thoughts, right? And I learned in therapy to really put my creativity above everything in my life so I can sort of manage my feelings in a way that feels productive and I can feel good about. And I can't tell you how huge that has been for me in my adult life. Just having a way to manage all the feelings that I have coming through me at all times, really. I'm an intense person and I can't help that.
I've never heard that. You said something I've never heard. Addicted to my own thoughts.
Yep.
So, can you describe that a little more?
Well, I think it's something I could never really control. I know you're probably going to ask about little Travis, but this is kind of where it started. I remember being little, and my mom was pregnant with my sister. I was about 4 years old, and she worked second shift at Sam's Club as a cashier, make money, right? And she wouldn't get home till like 9, 10 o'clock, and I would sit in the window and wait and say, oh my God, what if my mom doesn't come home? Like, I was legitimately had like a fear. And I sort of carried that through my life. Like it was everything. It was school, it was work, it was relationships, and that really took a lot of work. And I say addicted to my own thoughts because I couldn't help it. Like I was almost like powerless to it. Whereas now with a thing like poetry or even my music, I can control that energy in a way that means something positive to me. And when you think about it, that's all fear. Whereas my poetry really is just love. It's the opposite end of the spectrum. It's my care for myself and my thoughts. And the amazing thing about writing is it's like painting, with words. And you start to uncover your thoughts and like your real deeper feelings without even really trying too hard. But that takes practice.
So you identify with this addicted to my thoughts. Yeah. I don't. So I'm really curious. I want to hear more about what that feels like. Could you describe it? I'm very curious.
It's just like a need that has to be. It's my attempt to understand every little thing that's going on. And until I understand it, it's just going to continue.
Do you have an example? Like you talked about, you sitting in the window waiting for your mom.
Yeah,
and
didn't
so
go away.
I know. So would the thought be that she's not going to come home, that you would keep playing over and over in your head?
Yeah, I would play. My therapist tells me, stop making movies in your head. I was making movies in my head.
Tell yourself.
And your brain doesn't know the difference. So my emotions would react, and my nervous system would react to this moment my little child Trav was experiencing. And I took it through life, essentially. I grew up, pretty anxious, and I didn't know how to express it. It wasn't like something we did either in our house. Like, I had a great relationship with both my parents, but we didn't talk about, mental health or what any of that meant. It was kind of just like, okay, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. I think they meant well, but